Welcome to Springboro 45066, Part 2, the TV news magazine of Springboro, Ohio. On Part 2 of our July-August show, we meet the newest addition of the city, Community Resource Coordinator Maureen Russell Hodgson. We head over to Springboro United Church of Christ to get a preview of Oktoberfest. Pastor Carrie tells us all about it. The crew at Heatherwood gives us a summer update, and Carrie returns to the school to meet an award-winning teacher. On Meet Your Neighbor, we'll talk to Judy and Sam Osborne, longtime residents and dear friends. Carrie, Jack, and I are still at North Park. It's all happening right now on Springboro 45066, Part 2. We're still coming at you from North Park Amphitheater, Part 2, and we've still got the gang with us, okay?
Absolutely. We're still thrilled to have Jack Pohl sitting in with us today. We love having Jack as our third co-host.
Very fun.
And we'll invite you back, too.
Yeah, maybe I'll come back in, too. It'd be great.
Come back, that's good.
He probably won't.
Material, yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Anyway, we're glad you're with us, and that's where we're going to go first.
We are going to go chat with a new face at the city building, Maureen.
Oh, Maureen.
Yeah, Maureen is here to help, kind of give us updates in between our shows. And she's going to give us a little update on the city and kind of introduce herself to us.
She's doing a fine job.
She is. I am with Maureen, our new Community Resource Coordinator at the City of Springboro.
Yeah,
Hi. It's wonderful to finally meet you, although I feel like...
We were saying we feel like we go way back.
Exactly, like we've known each other for years. Welcome to Springboro.
I'm delighted to be here. It has been such a wonderful experience already.
Well, we're thrilled to have you here, and we love your energy. We love what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about your new position here.
Okay, well, it is a new position.
Uh-huh.
I've just finished my third month in Springboro and
Awesome.
loving every minute of it. And so I'm Community Resources Coordinator.
Okay.
So some of my responsibilities will be communications, and through that, Chris Bizzuto, the city manager, has worked on the newsletters. I'm going to start working with him on those. We've also news releases, anything that would do with getting the great news of Springboro, which we have all the time.
We do.
It's constant. And then also working on some programs through MVCC.
Right.
So in addition to 45066.
Sure.
Which
You've been doing what? Springboro here and there.
Right, so Springboro Here and There is a 5 to 8 minute program where we go on location in Springboro and talk about activities that are happening, maybe the people and places that are making Springboro so wonderful.
Well, I love what you're doing.
Thank
I've
you.
watched them on Facebook. I think they're fantastic because they're so timely.
Right.
You get to do stuff that maybe we don't.
Yeah, and so the shows are a really good complement.
I agree.
You've got kind of the longer term and go a little bit more in depth with things, and I'm doing more of, you have an event next week, we're going to talk about it, get it on Facebook.
It's fantastic.
Tweet it out, boom, it's done.
And it's great for the businesses, it's great for the festivals, they're getting both of us.
Yeah. What a pair.
I know, right? Aren't they lucky? So you've been here about 90 days now.
Yes, yeah.
Tell me, what's been your favorite thing?
I am grateful every day. Every
Sure.
day I meet somebody new, I learn something new, and so I think every day has been a great experience. I enjoy meeting the citizens
Sure.
who absolutely love this place and are so committed and engaged in what's happening in Springboro. City Council is very supportive.
Of course, sure.
Love the staff here. They've been very welcoming. I say, like the first month, people kind of have to be nice to you because you're the new person.
Right.
But it keeps going on, and it's really genuine. So I really love all that. Love the downtown area.
Me
Trying
too.
walking
Me
around
too.
there. The business community, part of what I'm doing is a little bit of business outreach, so that's been
Awesome.
really neat as well. So really everything that I'm doing is checking off a box of the top things that I love about Springboro.
So in addition to Springboro here and there, you also are going to update us on a few of the bigger Springboro projects and news that we've got breaking.
Wow, it's always seems like there's breaking news.
It's always something.
Yeah, just last week, Warped Wing announced that they are
Yes.
going to be building at Wright Station.
Wow.
So-
And that's a huge facility, isn't it?
It's going to be a huge facility because not only is it going to be part of a restaurant, but they're also going to have some space where they're going to be storing barrels.
Oh,
So
wow.
They're going to give people the opportunity to take a tour,
Neat.
do some tasting. They're going to use, it's a smokery as well.
Right, it's gonna be good food.
It's going to be a terrific addition to Wright Station and a great way to kick off that whole development.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And now we've also got the Splash Park.
Yes. Casey Jane Park. We are hoping that that's going to open sometime during the week of July 15th, so right around the corner.
Awesome.
Phase 1 has that gorgeous splash pad, which is full of colors, lots of fun water activities, and then Phase 2 will open next year, 2020, and that will have 2 playgrounds.
Oh, wow.
They'll be age appropriate, so that'll be really cool too.
That'll be great.
This first part will have restrooms for family restroom, and then men's and women's restroom, and then also a shelter attached.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I was fortunate enough to drive by when they were doing, I guess, one of the water tests.
Oh, it was an ooh and ah moment.
I was mesmerized.
Yeah.
You know, as a woman in her very early 40s, I was mesmerized.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it.
Oh, there's water coming out of here.
There wasn't it, the
Here,
colors
everything
and
is
spinning and
a lot of stimulation.
there was a
going on
lot of
there.
stimulation,
Yeah.
but I was all about it.
Yeah.
That was really exciting. And then of course we have, you know, through July, we have our concerts in the park.
Wow.
Aren't they awesome?
Yes.
As someone who's new to Springboro,
I
aren't they
had
amazing?
no idea. 2 down so far.
Yeah.
Last weekend we had Queen Flash,
Right.
and I don't know, 2,000 people came out.
Yeah.
Menus before that.
which was incredible.
There's a great lineup every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock,
Yep.
and then Friday nights at 7:30. This whole season is based on tribute bands, so all those groups that we all loved
Right.
in the 80s and 90s.
We've
come
got
and hear 'em.
the Eagle tribute band coming up,
Yeah.
I believe, soon, and I think they're international.
Hotel California.
Yeah, they played at our bicentennial.
Okay.
And they were incredible.
And then there's a Paul McCartney experience.
Wow.
So all your favorite Beatles tunes
Sure.
and Wings stuff. And then there's also the boy bands of the 90s.
Oh yeah, the boy band review,
Yeah, 98
goodness
Degrees and all of
gracious.
those. And then wrapping up with the Journey tribute band.
which is the mayor's favorite.
Yeah.
Mayor Eggenbro loves
Yeah.
the Journey band.
Well, they're coming, so be ready. They're
It's-
free concerts.
Exactly. Food trucks.
Food trucks. There are beer concessions by the Wee Panthers.
Right,
and
it
then
benefits
also,
Panther football.
concessions.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great summer to be in Springboro. We are so thoroughly thrilled to have you
thank
in
you.
Springboro.
I appreciate
And
that.
thank you for coming on 45066.
My pleasure.
It was an honor to interview you because, like you said, you're not normally the guest.
I've been doing this a long time, and I have never been a guest. Yes, I've always been the interviewer, so you did an excellent job.
Well, thank
very
you. I was going to say, what could I have done better, Maureen?
I love your enthusiasm, and I love being here in Springboro, so thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, and we are thrilled to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, back to you. Thanks, Maureen. It was great chatting with you.
Here in Springboro, we do. Anyway, Oktoberfest is right around the corner.
I was going to say, if it's
Weekend
warm
after
out,
Labor Day. Weekend after
It is.
Labor Day, yeah.
it's one of the best festivals
Friday
around.
and Saturday. I'm hoping we have no rain this year. We had rain the entire weekend last year.
I know.
And it does so much for the charities, and the church needs the money for various programs. They got the missionary thing going on. So, anyway, had a chance to talk to Terry Carlisle and his crew there at Oktoberfest. Let's go see that clip.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, for introducing us and coming today to film us and give us a promotion for our Oktoberfest. Most folks around the area probably know that our church, the United Church of Christ, of which I'm the pastor, has done this festival now. This will be our 7th year of doing Oktoberfest. Now, I've got some props here. I bring some of these things along with me because every year we have different t-shirts. And I have met a lot of different folks that come to the festival who get a t-shirt for every year. So they've got 6, and this year there'll be 7 t-shirts. This particular one, which fits a rather large person, it looks like it's from 2017. So a couple of years ago. This year will be our 7th, and the reason that we're doing Oktoberfest and always have is we had an old building next to us. It used to be a parsonage and then kind of a storage area after that. We tore that down with the help of the Warren County Career Center. You'll be looking at that building in a moment. Now we're building the new building, and it's called, for what I think is for better or for worse right now, is just a mission center. We send every year our kids out somewhere else to do mission work. We've been to Alaska and Iowa and Indiana and all over the place. We'd like to start bringing folks into Springboro from other churches and other areas to help our residents. We have a community assistance center and lots of good programs here, but we'd like to augment that. So when you come to Oktoberfest every year and buy brats and chicken dinners and potato salads and one of my favorite things, the schnitzel, oh man, good stuff. The pastries from Germany. When you come and spend your money here and eat, drink, and be merry, we put it towards building our new mission center. So you're really giving it to a good cause. There's plenty to eat and drink. Some of you folks will recognize the beverage that may go along with this particular t-shirt. But some things you may not know. This represents an opportunity for any young person who's planning an education further than high school, anyone that volunteers to help us with Oktoberfest, setting it up, tearing it down, helping during the festival itself, can put a ticket in here, and the person that they want to, the young person that they want to write on that ticket will win a $1,000 scholarship. We give one of those away every year, so it's a nice opportunity for folks. Now, I know what I like about Oktoberfest. It's a lot of work for our church folks to do. We need more volunteers, more help. So if any of you out there want to help us set up and tear down and staff a booth during Oktoberfest and help us along the way, please give me a call here at the church. But I'd like to invite a friend of mine who introduced me. Mr. Mayor, could you join us up? Mayor John Agenbrod, who comes to the festival every year and helps us with all kinds of things. Mr. Mayor, what do you like about Oktoberfest?
Well, everything, really. It gets bigger and better every year. But I like the way it brings the community together. But the big thing, I think, is it gives back in so many ways, to charities, to bringing people out, meeting new people. As I said before, it's the biggest little church in Springboro. You do so much with so less. And I think that really says a lot for your MO in this church. So I thank all the volunteers. Like you said, we need more volunteers for sure to put this off, like the Borough 200. We really do need you. So please come out, volunteer, enjoy, have fun. And it's a great success story. You guys have done a great job for all these years.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
It's very likely if you come, he'll greet you at the gate. Sometimes we have him counting heads and working the front gate. So thanks for all your help as well.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Now I'm going to show you one of the signs. Now it's a little before Oktoberfest, of course. We always film this just a few days or weeks before Oktoberfest. You'll start to see these signs out just a couple of weeks before the festival itself. Now don't go by this date on here because I've just drugged these out of storage today, actually. We're going to change the date to the actual date of Oktoberfest this year, which you can see maybe on this poster, September 6 and 7. We are always the weekend after Labor Day. So we, Jack Hansen and Dawn and our potato peelers are cooking food all that week after Labor Day, getting ready for the festival for you to come and eat your chicken dinners and your several kinds of bratwurst and your varieties of drinks and wine tasting. And if you haven't been since maybe 2 years ago, we have a new feature that you just have to see. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. We have a wiener dog race. We've done it for 2 years now. The first year we did it out on the lawn. Last year it rained, so we had to bring it under the big tent. But if you've got a wiener dog and want to enter that into our wiener dog race, please do. It's a delightful thing to see happen. It's funny, it's cute, and I'll even clean up after your dog if you want me to. Well, let's see, is there anything else I need to show you? I've showed you the scholarships. If you have a young person you want to, they can work and volunteer, but so can the family, and put a ticket in for that youth. We have, of course, all the kinds of food that you could possibly want, the wiener dog race, and the entertainment. If you haven't heard of the Clabberheads, an amazing group that does our Saturday night closing. They go from, I think, 7 till midnight. You can dance to them, sing to them, eat and drink to them, a rousing group, lots of other entertainment during the day itself. But please remember, you're coming to have fun, and we want you to do that and eat and drink and enjoy yourself. But all your money for this goes to a good cause. Not only are we building that mission center to do all kinds of outreach here in the community, it could be counseling, could be drug and alcohol abuse counseling, could be domestic violence support groups. One lady in the community wants to start what she calls a crafts and conversation time there, where ladies come in and do something with their hands and talk about the issues they have to deal with in life. Could be child issues or depression or anything that's on their minds. But one thing I want you to remember is that we also donate money from the festival as you come and enjoy yourself to several local groups. The Purple Heart Society, which is the mayor's, one of his passions, for those who've been wounded in the military. We donate money to them. We donate money to the Springboro Community Assistance Center for all the good work they do, to the Shriners Burn Unit Hospital in Cincinnati, and the Pantry in Franklin as well as some other good causes over the years we kind of switch off from time to time. So please come and enjoy the festival September 6 and September 7, Friday and Saturday. Call me, Terry Carlisle, if you have any questions or want to help us with the festival. And thanks for coming.
All right, Terry, thank you. We hope you have another special event for Oktoberfest. It draws so many people into the community. It's just a great way, not to mention you give money to charities. It's a win-win all the way around. So thank you for all your hard work. I'll be there working the whole weekend too.
As will I.
We got it. Anyway, thank you. Where we going, Jack?
You know what? We're going to load up the clubs and we're going to head to play a little golf, maybe. Does that sound good? One of the most beautiful golf courses, really, anywhere around. Heatherwood, let's go check out the links.
Well, as you can see, it's a beautiful day out here at Heatherwood Golf Club. I encourage you to come out, take a stroll around the property, see what's new. The golf course is in phenomenal condition. Also, on Wednesday nights, we have Party on the Deck. Starts every night at 6 o'clock, goes through 9 o'clock. We have 3 different bands that'll be here throughout the summer. So again, Wednesday nights from 6 to 9 o'clock. Also, we have our indoor golf simulator room. If you want to book a time on that, if by chance the weather's bad, give us a call. We have 31 different golf courses you can play, or you can get fitted for golf clubs. Now I'm going to turn it over to Matt Cole, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about golf.
Thanks, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a really exciting event coming up on Saturday, July 20th. We're going to have tailor-made tour club fitting reps here at the club. You can sign up by calling the golf shop. We'll give you the link to sign up. It is an hour-long segments, and make no mistake, this is a PGA Tour level club fitting. It's a completely different experience from what you're used to. Make sure that you get signed up for that. Don't miss this great event. Now, as for like Ping, Callaway, Mizuno, all the other top brands, you can get fitted for those right here at Heatherwood anytime, 7 days a week. Just give us a call and schedule an appointment. We'll get you in the fitting lab and find out what's the best clubs for you. This time, we're going to go ahead and send it over to Stacy.
Well, we are open out here at Heatherwood. Everything is beautiful. It's a perfect time for outdoor weddings and events. If you want to book a wedding or a business event, lunch, baby shower, whatever it is, just give me a call or visit our website.
Thank you so much at Heatherwood, and if you find any of my 1,000 balls I've lost there, just send them to my house. That'd be great. Hey, we're going from golf, outside beautiful, and now we're going to take you inside and do some schoolwork.
We are in the lovely sensory garden at Clear Creek Elementary, and I am joined by the 2018-2019 Teacher of the Year for Springboro Schools, Jill Hathaway. Jill, welcome to 45066.
Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on the honor.
Thank you.
I mean, that had to be just to mean so much to you.
So much to me. It's a dream that I've had for a long time. And so, yes, I was very surprised to get the honor and very excited.
So you have been an educator for, what, 15 years now?
This upcoming school year will be my 15th year.
Wow, and has it always been with first grade?
No, I taught kindergarten here in Springboro for 5 years before switching to first grade.
Okay, so tell me the differences in kindergarten and first grade.
They're both lovely. I love first grade because you're with the same kids all day long, versus kindergarten where you have a morning program and an afternoon program. So you're not with your kids the entire day. So first grade allows you to have the same group and to get to know them more and to get to know their families more.
That's wonderful. So tell me what it means to you to, have been the Teacher of the Year for 2018-2019. What an honor.
It's very, very, very exciting. Anytime you get an award like this, it makes you feel like all that hard work is being recognized. Of course, my students make me feel that way daily when they leave school and they say, "This was the best day ever," or "Can we do that again?" So those are the words that really count too, or parents who say nice things, and I have had wonderful parents in my career that send wonderful letters, and all of those things matter as well. But this was it was really, really special. I think a thing that makes it possible too, I work with a group of teachers. There's 5 of us in our group, and nothing is possible without those 4 girls, because we plan together, we cheer each other on, we encourage each other on tough days. And so my team deserves this award just as much as I do.
Oh, that's lovely.
They're really sweet girls, and all very hard workers who we all love what we do.
Sure. Well, and you have to have passion to do what you do, because it is incredibly hard work.
I tell everyone who wants to go into teaching, it is not a career choice, it is a life choice.
That's true, it is. It is a life choice.
Yes.
So I had the opportunity to talk to some parents and some of your former students, and I was told stories of parents who literally cried when their children did not get you as a teacher. And then I talked to a few of your former students, and they just gushed about you. And these are children that are now going to be 3rd graders, 5th graders, and they all talk about Ms. Hathaway and how you're a great teacher, you're a great leader, and you're super fun, but you're not super lenient, and they like that about you. So it sounds like you're kind of a strict teacher.
I don't know that I would say strict, but my expectations are very clear, because I think that from the beginning of the year, where people start lessons right away, I take longer to start the lessons, because the first month I really spend time creating the environment that I want in my classroom with behavior and how we treat each other. And I always tell my students, how lucky are you to not only have a family at home, but now you're going to have a family in 1st grade. And so having that first month, setting that environment, teaches them that we're not going to have telling on each other. We're not going to have, and that I expect when they come through the door every day that they give 100%. And once you set that culture, I don't really have to remind them of that throughout the school year. It just happens naturally.
And that's incredible to be able to achieve that with such young students.
And they're amazing. In my 14 years, going in, now to my 15th year, I've been so blessed with amazing families and amazing kids. And I always tell them that once you're a Hathaway kid, you're always a Hathaway kid. And I call them my cuties.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And so even when they're seniors and they're graduating, it meant a lot to me this year that I had my group that came back and gave me hugs. And you see how tall they are, and you can't believe your little babies are now graduating. So it's very special. It's very rewarding.
I believe that. So tell us a little bit about Jill. Where did you grow up? How did you come to Springboro? I know you have a wonderful young man son named Andrew. That means a lot to you.
Yes, everyone who knows me knows that probably the 2 things that define me the most are my son, Andrew, who is going into his sophomore year in North Carolina at High Point University, and being a teacher. I originally ended up in Springboro because I was a dental hygienist, and I got hired after college. And then I worked for many years and loved it. And then I had Andrew, and I said I will always continue to work. I went back to work for 1 day after having Andrew and cried and the entire day, and said, never mind, I'm staying home with my baby. And then during that time, those 5 years at home, I decided, why did I always was meant to be a teacher. How did I not do this? And so I decided during those 5 years to go back and get my teaching degree. And then Andrew and I started kindergarten on the same day.
Oh, what a great story.
On the same hallway. Of course, he as a student and me as a teacher. So it allowed me to make it so that I could be a great mom and be on his schedule, and also worked out because really teaching is where my passion really is.
I was going to say, teaching is truly your calling.
Yes.
Well, if you could offer a word of advice to any of our viewers who maybe want to become an educator in their future, what would you tell them?
I would say that your heart gets very attached, and even when you leave at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a career choice. I worry about my kids even when I go home at night. I think about them even when they're not in my classroom anymore. I wonder how they're doing. I know that I've had many people say to me when I was in teaching, becoming a teacher, you might not want to live in the community that you teach in, and I find it quite the opposite. I've always lived in Springboro while teaching in Springboro, and I feel like it's such a blessing in that you just feel like it's your whole family. It's very nice to go to the grocery store or out and you hear Miss Hathaway, and you get to continue to see them after they're not even in your class anymore. So I would just say, like I said before, that it's not a career choice, it's a life choice, and it's a great choice.
Well, thank you so much for being on 45066 today. It was an honor to have the Teacher of the Year on our program, and best of luck in the upcoming school year.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Back to you.
Thank you so much. We know that schools are such a big part of every community, and after all, we spend a lot of our time in the sports business hanging out at those schools, so thank you again.
That's great.
All right, well, I hear a drum roll.
Uh-oh. It's time. Here we are. It's the July-August drum roll, part 2, Meet Your Neighbor. Judy and Sam Osborne. They are here to share their story with us and why they came from Cleveland, Ohio to the great city of Springboro. Let's go see that clip. We're still at Amphitheater in North Park. We have Sam and Judy Osborne with us. Thank you for being our Meet Your Neighbor segment, part 2. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having us.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? Who wants to go? Ladies first.
Ladies first. Okay, well, we come from Northeast Ohio. Concord Township actually is where we lived for the past 30 years. We raised our family there, but our daughter and son-in-law now live here in Springboro, and that's what brings us to the area. We have 2 granddaughters who we had to watch grow up.
Call them grandbabies.
That's right.
That's it.
People said you're not supposed to do that, but we have, so we have to keep my son-in-law here with his job so I don't have to follow him elsewhere. Right?
Absolutely. They're worth it. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the icing on the cake, the
That
grandbabies.
is.
Yeah.
Yep, they're wonderful.
Yeah,
3 and 5.
3 and 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Good ages.
Good ages, lots of energy.
Mm-hmm.
The older one has type 1 diabetes, so obviously that's a struggle, but she's a real trooper. She's got a great attitude about
It's amazing how resilient children can be. It really is. Well, will you tell us why you were drawn to Springboro? Tell us so far how you like Springboro.
So far, so good. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of people to meet. I thought we were coming from a big metropolis outside of Cleveland, and I was telling Sam last night, I think we have more, it's more spread out here, and the communities they're a lot the same, but a lot newer and a lot of different housing stock. So I'm excited to get going in that, in my real estate business. But
I think what we're seeing actually is around Cleveland, many of the suburbs and the communities around it, they're a generation or a generation and a half older than what we have in Springboro, et cetera. This obviously was all farming community and whatnot. And so the infrastructure and so forth here is
much newer.
Yeah. We worked very hard on that with our strategic plan, our master plan. We wanted to make sure that we were here for the long haul, so it saves money in the long run too.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
The parks are beautiful. I mean, we're surrounded by parks.
Yeah, we have we have over 600 acres of park space. Well, why don't you just tell us about being from Cleveland? You're obviously Browns fans, right?
Browns and Indians.
Oh yeah, Browns.
Depending on the season.
Yeah. How are the Indians doing this year?
They're in second
place, aren't they? Yeah, I thought they were. Yeah. And the Browns, I think, are going to be exciting this year.
I think so too.
I do. I think the Oklahoma quarterback.
We've had a long drought, you know.
Yeah, I know. My brother is a diehard Browns fan, and he keeps saying, one of these years, this may be it.
It's because we moved here now, they're going to do well this year.
See, it's the reverse psychology.
True, because for how many years did we
20.
We had season tickets on the 50-yard line for 20 years, and his dad had them for a previous 40 years.
My father received these 2 tickets from his business mentor, and that man, Al Brandt, had bought tickets starting when the Browns first began in the 40s. So really, it's uninterrupted until this year.
That's something else. Is the dog pound as exciting as they say it is? Is it?
Well, it really used to be.
It's crazy, yeah. Like those crazy football players. That's a good thing. Well, I know you haven't been here that long, but we all are very glad that you are here.
Thank you.
And we're glad that your family has decided to stay here as well and get to watch them grandbabies grow up. And is there anything you want to tell the audience about what we could do better, if anything? I know you haven't been here that long yet.
I haven't been here long enough to find your flaws.
Oh, good. Well, we'll see if we can't keep that covered up if there is.
You're doing a good job of it. Everything looks.
A lot of people working very hard to make it a special place to call home. So we're glad this is your home now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, once you wave to the audience and say, see you later.
See you later.
Enjoy the summer. All right, Judy and Sam, thank you so much for sharing your story with us and being in Springboro community. And at the last minute, jumping on this show and meet your neighbor. We do appreciate that. Another show?
Another show.
Here we go.
It was fun, wasn't it? I mean, thank you.
Fun having our
Jack.
side.
Thanks for letting me come on anytime I can get back to the community and spend a few hours on stage with you, Mayor. I mean, you guys are great. You know, that's as good as it gets.
We enjoyed having you, and it gives a nice flavor to have somebody who is Channel 2 join us and appreciate what we do. We appreciate what you do.
Man, well, I appreciate your city, Mayor.
Okay, well, anyway, thank the audience.
Thank you.
Jack Pohl, Carrie, Mayor, bye-bye.
Bye.